Okay, what up? What up? My power off. What up? What up? What up, people? Let's see if I can get my speakers. It says it's working, but I don't hear it. All right, fuck it. We ain't worried about that. Okay, guys, welcome to another edition of Live Trading with your boy HOUTX Trader. Hey, I moved my camera to this side, so now we're over here. Hey, guys, this is just for training only. This is not financial advice. If you need financial advice, please go see a financial advisor. We're going to be looking at the markets today, and we're going to see if we can find us some entries. So first, we look at news, and there's not really anything happening for news, but we do have one red folder tomorrow, and Fed interest rate decision is the big one coming up on Wednesday. Okay, so we're going to be chilling until then, excuse me. And then, guys, you'll see a link to my dot card in the videos. The dot card, once you come and look at it, will give you the link to my YouTube, which you're watching now, Twitter, Instagram. My Flash Funding is the funded company that I'm currently using. They are open for United States citizens. And we have Carbon Capital, which is the broker that I'm using. Here's a couple of Discords that I'm active in, and here's Badass Trade Talk, which it take you to Telegram. You just got to type in the name manually. I don't think I can actually link the direct Telegram to there. So there is that. Let's do this on here. This is one of the Telegram groups I'm in. Let's go live. Let's copy that. Okay, so we'll hit those guys up. Hey, guys, if you buy a Bored Ape from the Bored Ape Solana Club, you then have access to the Bored Ape Discord, which is this lovely Discord with all sorts of stuff. It's crazy. Okay, guys. Market Bandits, these guys are good to go over here. These guys are some straight snipers in the market. So we're going to hit them up over there as well. And we'll hit up the My Flash Funding trade count. And this is, again, the broker that I use. And we'll hit them up as well. So that'll be good for that. We'll close out, and now we'll look at the markets, guys. So what we're looking to do today, I went back from last night's overview video, and I was looking for other potential entries. And so I know I have this marked as my no trade zone, but I am actually looking to maybe get into a trade here, a short coming up in this area. I see that it rejected liquidity. It rejected this triple bottom, which is giving me more confidence that's going to break. So if that's going to break, there's no reason why we can't try and jump in here and see if we can't catch us 300 pips, okay? And then leave some runners. So good morning to the two people in here. Thank you guys very much for joining. So I am going to be looking to see if we can catch a NAS sell. Again, this is a little bit different than the overview. I kind of came into smaller time frames and said, let's look for some other things. And on gold as well, there's a potential gold sell coming up here in our zone here. As you know, gold likes a 78.6. Let's get rid of this line. And really, guys, so I see that it broke this bottom, and it broke this. And like we moved this orange line to the bottom of that wick right here. Yes, it did break. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's not enough of a liquidity grab. So we're going to tread lightly on the gold, but I do think there is an opportunity there. And then US30, it hasn't retraced high enough yet, and we're already in short, so there's no reason for us to force a US30 trade. So we're just going to hang out on the US30 and let our positions continue to run. All right, so today, again, there's not any news. The news would have already dropped by now. It's 7:30. It would have been 1 minute ago. So if there is going to be any action, it's probably going to be at the 8:30. So we have an hour. Excuse me, 7. I'm in Central Time Zone, so 7:30 for me right now. Market opens in 1 hour. I just jumped on here a little early to give you guys who are my normal followers. What up, man, that's a hard one. Baton. Thanks for all the valuable. Yeah, man, thank you very much for joining in and liking and subscribing. By the way, guys, if you're new, please I changed my camera. Please like and please subscribe. Help me grow the channel. So, yeah, last night I said, we just need to be patient. We come out here to the 2-hour time frame, and NASDAQ is sitting right here. But look at this triple bottom. This is going to get broken. So we can be patient and wait for it to come all the way down here and take this buy. But on the other hand, we kind of know that it's going to, I mean, I don't want to say we know, but we kind of have a damn strong feeling that this is going to break, right? We put this trend line here, touch these, almost got that one. So I have a good feeling that this is going to come down and hit this bottom area and continue this trend. And again, let's come back to the 2-hour. This hasn't really broke. I mean, it's really not really breaking structure. So we can see that there's the first leg of the Elliott is here, and the second leg. But even then, you have an internal flows 1, 2, 3, and that's why the turnaround. So again, if this is the internal Elliott wave 1, 2, and 3, let this break this structure here and come up and and use this as resistance. So that's what we're planning on. I'm sorry for coughing in the microphone. I still extremely stopped up. My sinuses are jacked. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So on today, I'm not sure if we're going to be here all day long or, we'll be on the live long enough to catch it. But if I fib this top to bottom, I see that there is liquidity sitting in this area. I see this is also like a little order block. It's not the cleanest order block, but there's like a little order block right there. And so I'd like to see this order block come back and get retested and then push off. So perhaps if you guys are trading dot to dot, I'm not sure if there's a dot there or not, but there could possibly be a 30-minute dot there. You guys know what I'm talking about on that. So, yeah, that's the play that I'm going to have on NASDAQ today. All right. US30 we're not really concerned with. And on Goldie, it's kind of the same thing on Goldie. We see that there is, again, I don't like to use the first little swing as the first little, whatever you want to call this, lower high. I like to use the more defined one, if you will, the bigger one, the more clear one. And this is for me, this would be the point. This would be the point here, right? These areas are the points. All of this in here is internal structure. This is internal structure. So I'm not going to use this point because for me, that's internal structure. And all this is liquidity, all this jazz in here. So we want all that to get taken. Okay. So then we're going to draw our fib from up here to the bottom down there. And that's where our fib zones are going to be from. Excuse me. You can also click over here to the right and go to these little, I don't know if you guys know this, and you can delete stuff this way. Little side trick. Okay, so also if this fib is correct, right? So if we zoom in on just this fib, if this fib is in the right spot, which we're hoping it is, this little 236 area got respected. This 382 area is getting respected right here, right? The 50 got respected here. The 618 got respected here and here. And the 786, I mean, that's pretty damn close getting respected right there. So in the flow of things, it looks like that's the correct fib, which is giving me a little more confidence, right? So, yeah, that's basically it. I haven't put a sell limit in. And look, we're on the 30-minute, we're overbought. On the 1 hour, we're not quite there yet. But by the time it gets there, guys, it will be overbought. It's already overbought on the 30. Perhaps we're going to start to see some sort of divergence, but I don't think so. This will probably come up a little bit higher. All right, and then as it starts to teeter out and starts to lose its steam, then we'll start to see the divergence, as we are already seeing right here. See, coming up, coming high. Again, this is at the 618. So the fact that this is showing a rejection now isn't uncommon because it's at the 618. I just want to see it go a little higher for a better risk reward. And on the 30-minute, let's reset. On the 30-minute, I want to see this get taken out. I want to see this get taken out or filled in, right? So I want to see the price get up into here. I'm not just going to take this 618 entry because I know that gold loves the 78.6. So I'm not going to jump the gun on this gold. But if you think about it, we'd like to see this wick get filled in. It's a nice big wick. It's right below the 78.6. So for me at least, guys, today, if that hits right there, I'm taking that trade. And then my TP1 is probably going to be the double bottom. But I really want to see this come all the way down to here. The extension. All right. So that's gold. I know I'm a little not as enthusiastic as I normally am. I'm fucking coughing everywhere. What up, Fire Punch Black? Thank you, Juan. What up? Jason's in here in DC and always Chris. Thank you guys. So, Jesus Christ. in my Outlook video last night, I was just saying we need to be more patient. Let's look for higher time frames. This is absolutely correct. But I also see on the 2 hour that I don't want to miss. If I can catch this move down, I was just saying a minute ago for the guys who are just joining, if I can catch this pull up to the 88.6 and clear out this liquidity and retest this little area and then sell off, that's what we really want to do. Because I don't really think this is a clean liquidity break. All right, I want to see it deeper than that. And look, we still have this kissing candle over here. We still have this gigantic fair value gap. So I'd rather let's see if we can't catch a sell in this area and take this down for our buy. All right. So there's no reason why we should just leave these pips if we can catch it and everything makes sense. Why we can't catch these pips right here. And again, if we do catch these pips, just from our entry point, which is going to be right about here, to the double bottom is 300. It's on the pips, 400 pips. So I don't want to leave 400 pips on the table if we see it and if the opportunity is there. What up, chap? So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. 9 people. Again, I'm still sinusy and sick as shit, so apologize for the coughing in the fucking microphone and all that good stuff. I seem like today, when I'm talking, I don't have a whole lot of energy in me, which is not 100% true. I kind of feel good, mentally at least, and physically I don't feel bad. And I got up this morning, as you guys know, and I drinking my water already. I got up this morning. I did my meditation. So I've been kind of off, man, because I've been sick, and my meditation game's been off. My prayer game's been off in the morning. I have been doing it, but just not like I should. And I started doing the Stoic journal, which is different than my normal journal. So today I broke out my old school journal, started journaling old school, get back on the Stoic thing. And I did my stretching this morning with my chirp wheel. And I did a little bit of rollerball, but not much. But you get the idea. I'm getting back into the old school routine before I got sick and before I started the Stoic journal. So I feel good about that. So we're hoping just to get better, man, honestly. And I wrote in my journal today, just trying to get better every day. So if I can get into the old school prayer mentality, get back into the journaling and add the Stoic to it, that's even better. And then I haven't been to the gym all last week. I haven't lifted weights in probably a week or so because the sinus infection is just fucking me up. So perhaps today I got to go to the gym and do that. So gold, again, guys, if you're just joining, gold, we're waiting for gold to come up a little bit higher. Let's see, look, it's breaking the 61.8 now. So again, gold doesn't really care about 61.8. So as you see, that's why I wasn't excited about taking that trade just now. And you can see as it's pumping up as we speak. So I'll be patient for the 78.6. Perhaps here in a few minutes, I'm going to set a limit at the 78.6. You guys already know where the stop loss is. TP1 should at least be a double bottom, but we're really looking to hit that extension, and that'll give us a good 3-to-1 trade. Now it's 3-to-1 now, but once this starts to get into profit down here, there's nothing saying you can't start to shave this down a little bit, right? Because if you come to the double bottom and it comes down, let's say 100 points, and then comes all the way back up to your entry, then it's probably going to break this double top and then keep going, right? So I don't put a whole lot of vested interest on maintaining a 3-to-1, this and that or whatever. It's something to think about, but it's not like it's going to make or break or decide if I do or don't take a trade. By the simple facts that I'm using my fibs, I already know that I'm putting myself in a good R to R situation. I'm not taking 50s. I'm not taking 61.8s. So that is what that is. Yeah, we'll look at 30 real quick, guys. I'm not interested in 30 right now. 30 is a long way away from entry, if you ask me. If we are going to try to re-enter this trade, like I said last night, we need to come all the way back up here to the 38.9 area, 38.949, and we're a little bit ways away. So perhaps maybe today or tomorrow, this will, trend back up and get into our area, and then we can maybe do something tomorrow. I just don't think it's there today, so I'm not really concerned. I do, however, think maybe NASDAQ will make a push, and so if it breaks this area, we'll look for it to get into this order block right here, and we'll take the trade right there. All right, so we're waiting on NASDAQ, and we're waiting on gold. Again, we didn't have any news, any important news today, so this should be 11 likes. Okay, thank you very much for all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, since we're here, we're just screwing around, waiting for gold to come up. We'll pull this up, and we'll pull up the YouTube studio, just in case you guys were curious what the back end of YouTube looks like. So you guys know I started this YouTube video, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that. And let's see. Currently, it's going to be a little slow because I'm live streaming. Currently, we've got 217 people, so that's what's up. And yeah, 217 people. And T in Texas. So we go to the comments over here. This is where I can see all the comments you guys put in. So I appreciate that, and I'll get back to you guys on those. Again, we'll look at the news. We don't have any news for the most part. Nothing there. My Flash Funding. Oh yeah, let's double check on that real quick. So if you go to My Flash Funding, you can open up a funded account, and then it's a web-based trading app. Okay, so I downloaded the app to my desktop, and then now you can see I'm only in one open position, which is the US30 runner on there. I am in a little bit of profit as far as the challenge is concerned. Let's look at the closed positions. This is open for you guys, and I'm not trying to hide this because it's just a little $10,000 account. Go in here, go to 365. So those are the trades that I took. All right, I did take some L's. I took one on NASDAQ, trying to get too cutesy, and a couple on gold. These little ones right here in gold, no big deal. But we still have some of these trades open. US30 cash. So as you can see, what I'm doing is why there's just so many trades. That's all one trade. I just had different lot sizes at different positions. So this 50 and 30 and 20, 34, 24. So those are all the way. So 34 and 25, that's 50 plus this 50. That's $100. That's 1% of the account. And we still have the open position going for 40. So that's 1.4% there. So I just had stacked my entries. So again, we're looking for at least a 1% trades on profit. And so there it is. I don't want to over leverage the account. I just want to take I'm not going to do super aggressive on this. And I'm just doing, whatever, because I'm just trying out the new thing. And to be honest with you, I'm taking trades on my personal account at the same time. So for me, it's kind of hard to do two counts at once, because sometimes you take a trade on this account, you don't take it on the other one, or your entries are different, blah, blah, blah. So I think psychologically, I put more weight in my personal account, and I trade it better than I do on the other account. So here was the liquidity mark. Let me double check that. So here is the gold entry, is getting closer. It's still holding the 61.8. So, some days are like this, guys. And so if nothing else, if you bring anything away from this call, it's just the fact that we're just waiting for, we don't have anything. And sometimes you have to be able to look at the charts and just say, hey, I don't have anything. Not right now, at least. Just because you're on the charts doesn't mean you got to trade. And so we're gonna wait for a good trade, which is up here. So there's really not much else to say. You guys know what we're looking for. We're looking for this, and I'll be able to take this at the 786. I don't have to wait for the 886 because the order block's right there. So we'll have to get down into the smaller time frames and wait for the divergent once it gets back up here to figure out where exactly the entry is. But I mean, if you just take the 78.6, and you're not looking at a whole lot of different pips. So just do one of these. You can put a limit in if you want. TP1 should be the double bottom, but really we really want it to break and come down below. So you could use the extension right here. If you really feel ballsy, just hold your full trade to the extension right there. And that's not bad. But I mean, then you're getting into this gigantic fair value gap. So then if you're going to catch a trade for that low, I mean, really, there's nothing really stopping it, right? If it's going to come all the way down to this extension here, I mean, look at this just gap. It's going to want to fill. So this is a situation where you'd want to leave that runner, take off most of your profit in this area or this extension, and then let it go. 30, nothing. 30 is rejecting, so no big deal. If it rejects, it's all good because we're in shorts. We're in sells. And again, let's look at Goldie. We're going to cut this off here in a little bit because it's really not doing a whole lot. There's no news today. The market hasn't opened today, and I don't want to stay on here for another 45 minutes just talking into the microphone by myself. So that's just what we're looking at. Let's wait for this. Let's wait for this to fill. I'd like to be actually on here and take this live if we can. So maybe I should stick around for a little bit. Thank you for all 13 people joining on. You know, it's going to be a little bit slow today for the live trading because there's no news. The news is shitty. No news, big news day. The market isn't open. As you guys know, I like to take my trades right as news drops, maybe a few minutes before, a few minutes after news drops. And there's just no news dropping today. So with my strategy and the way I like to trade, the time frames I like to trade, this is what happens. I mean, we can sit here until 8:30. I personally will be here until 8:30. I'm in my office. I got stuff to do. So, yeah. Actually, I got to sign some PDFs for fucking taxes. Yeah. I got shit to do today. But, yeah. So, look, on gold, guys, we're looking for this candle to get filled right here. And really, that's just right below the 78.6. And we might even be able to tighten this up just a little bit. So, just in this area. So, if I do take a trade, perhaps I go a few pips below the 78.6. Maybe just a few pips short of the very top of that wick. All right. As you know, our stop loss is always the same at the beginning, and then we'll target the double bottom. But we really want this thing to get down into this zone here. So if we target a few pips below the wick, and this would be a TP1, 3-1. But let's look on the flip side, right? So if we're looking to sell up there, where the buyer is going to be at. So I don't think this gold is done buying, and I think a lot of people are jumping on the sell bandwagon too early. I don't think it's done buying until up to 2200s up here. 2230 is what I'm calling out right now, which is the TP extension, right? So I really like to see this have a better dip. We have this area, as you guys know, we have this as liquidity. And then look at this push that hasn't had any retracement. I mean, we have a little bit of back and forth in here, so I'm not really concerned about that. But then we have another fair value gap. I'm not saying that this is going to get taken now, but I would like to say is I want to see this swoop down into this area and then pull up and then break this top side liquidity we have here. All right. After that, perhaps we get another little swoop down and another push until we get all the way up in here. Once it gets up in here, as you know, it's probably going to do one of these. It's probably going to screw around and then eventually start to go. But with the bricks and the war and everything else, it might not happen for quite a while. It might be years before this comes back. I have no idea. Gold seems to be in demand. China, Brazil, Iran and Pakistan and India. They're all buying up gold because they're trying to make it a thing with a currency system. It's gold back, backed by the gold. So gold's not going anywhere. This shit's just going to become more and more valuable, as you can see in the last push. I mean, look at that crazy ass push. And I kind of expected it because of this wick. When look at this huge wick up, and if you have that, then you're like shit. Then this 2147, it has a potential to get back up here. Yeah, it's just a wick, but you're like, And then sure enough, here it comes. Now, see, this is the same thing that happened last time. We were waiting for a deeper liquidity break to come in and buy it all the way up. But it didn't happen. I was really kind of pissed about that, honestly. I really wanted that deeper break. So if we come in here to the 1 hour, we're playing the same thing. I really want to see a deeper break. And if it doesn't happen, fuck me. It doesn't happen. But, there's liquidity. I'd like to see these people get smashed. These people are here buying up. Right? These people are buying up. At the same time, all these people are buying down. So what I want to see is a dip, let these people get smashed, and then come up here and smash all these people. We're targeting liquidity on both sides. The market's either consolidating or it's hunting. And so hopefully we get in on the hunt. Let's see what NASDAQ is doing. Just slow trading. There's 14 people in here. Sorry, guys, 14 people. I wish it was like more exciting, but this is why you hear some people say trading is boring sometimes, because we're just waiting. We're sitting on our hands waiting. The patient person sits on their hands and waits. So we are waiting for a gold opportunity. Some of you guys are saying, well, why don't you just take it now? Well, the risk to reward is not there, and the market's not open, and I just don't think it's done. Perhaps it's 61.8. It's rejecting. Perhaps, on the flip side, if we look at this too differently, maybe our fib's in the wrong spot. Maybe it's right here, and maybe it is rejecting the 78.6. Maybe the trade is right now. Well, fuck me. Maybe the trade is right now. Is it overbought? It's not overbought on there. The 30 minutes, it is overbought, and it is divergent. As the son of fuck it, let's take this trade. Let's take an entry on Goldie right now. We'll see. It's 61.8. It's 78.6. It is divergent on the smaller time frames. We're not too late to the party. We don't have to take a full entry on this because I think it still has a possibility to go higher, but I'm willing to shoot a bullet. All right, there's my entry. Well, maybe there's my entry. Does the fucking thing take it or what? See, come on, dude. I'm pushing sell on my broker right now, and it's not doing a goddamn thing. All right, let's take it on the funded account. Jesus Christ. Okay, gold. What do we want our volume to be as we're fucking watching this thing melt away? Let's just take... I'm not even sure what my position size should be, to be honest with you. What's the previous one? Gold was 0.4. All right, we'll do a 0.5. That's a 0.05. That's okay. Well, let's just do it then. So we'll figure this out live. Okay, so then our stop loss we know needs to be... We don't have a stop loss yet. Okay. Open position. What's our stop loss? Should be, let's just say 21.68 off the top of my head. Stop loss 21.68. $40 off of, so I mean that's a 0.5%. That's not even the real stop loss. So let's figure out what the real stop loss is. Okay, so if we're taking a trade here, let's come up to a little bit higher time frame. Okay, so there is 21. So our real stop loss needs to be 21. Hey, Jesus Christ, just called that off the top of my head. 21.68. We're risking 0.5%. Okay, fuck it, I'm cool with that. Knowing that might not be the super best entry. Our TP is going to be 21.41. So TP here, 21.41. This is just for trading. This is not financial advice. Blah, 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 blah. 21.41. 21.41. So for 1%. So risking, it's a 2-to-1 trade. Risking 0.5% for 1%. Okay, there it is. And we're in profit. I don't know why I didn't see that earlier. I really wanted that wick to get filled, but it's all good. This other liquidity got taken. So internal structure, it's all good. Did you guys take that trade? Dude, this is such bullshit. I hit sell twice on my broker right here, and it didn't enter me in the trades. And look at that fucking candle. Just, what the hell, man? Oh, you know what? Maybe it did, and I just have the trade levels turned off, which would be stupid of me. And... yeah, okay, apparently I did take a trade there. Okay, so we're in 2 gold cells now. So let me get my handy-dandy fib out. And let's move. So why is it not showing the fucking trade levels? Oh, right here. Ding dong. I'm an idiot. Okay. Double stop loss. All right, stop losses are in place. I have 2 entries in, so I'm going to stagger my TPs. I'm going to go TP1 and TP2. I'm going to hold that second one all the way to TP2. Okay, so what I did then is I staggered my entries on my real account. One TP's there, Yeah, 1 TP's there. We staggered them. All right. And so since we're talking about that, we are still in CAD. So now we caught an entry, guys. That's live. We caught an entry. Let's see if it works out. We're not fucking with NASDAQ just yet. Now that I'm sitting here looking on here, let's go to CADJ because we are in CADJ and we're still in profit. Let's go out to the 8 hour. Let's reset this. So CADJ is looking good. There we go. I'm happy about that. We're in 30 sales. That's good in profit. UCAD is in profit still. UCAD. Okay. It's not. So we're having a bounce back up, right? So we're Elliott waving it back up. 1, 2. It's going to come down and hopefully does not knock us out on there. UCAD, UJ, we're also in profit. We're in good profit on UJ. So we bought this. We caught this UJ. What to buy, right? Yeah. We caught that buy at the very bottom. So we're in good profit on UJ buys. So we're happy about that. And then we're in profit on gold. So we're in profit on all the trades. CADJ 30, UCAD, UJ, and 2 on gold. So there we go. Put in the chats if you guys took that gold trade. Yeah, it wasn't rejected. I thought it was rejected on Carbon Capital. It was. I didn't have the trade levels turned on, so when I hit the button, the line didn't show up. Why the hell I had that turned off is beyond me, but that's another story. Yeah, so Goldie. Let's look at Goldie then. So that's the trade we're in. And yeah, so then we can stack fibs. We're stacking confirmations then, right? So if it wants to reject now, that's the magical 61.8 fib right there. Then if we move the fib down to the lower swing, the lower point, that's a 78.6. And when I saw, oh shit, that's 78.6 it's rejecting, good to go. And we had the overbought on the RSI, not on the hourly, but on the 30-minute. This is a smaller trade, 30-minute. And then look at the divergence. And I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3. There's the 4th touch. I like to see 3, but there's a 3, there's a 4. When I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm pulling the trigger. It's not a big lot size, and it's not the super bangers right now. It's not a super banger, So we'll see how it goes. Again, the higher time frames, the more pips you're expected to catch, right? Yeah, money for fishing trips. You're a little drawdown. We should be in profit right now. The gold sell at 21.59. Yeah, we're at 21.58, bro. You should be. Oh, I see what you're saying. 20.59. Yeah. We're up a little bit higher at 20 in the 60s. So at least we caught an entry today. Good thing I was scrolling through. That's why you scroll through the time frames. And that's why you can feel free to move the fibs around, right? I don't think it's a good advice to move the fib around to convince yourself to take an entry, have the fibs in place, wait for your entry, as opposed to here's the market, let me just move the fib until it hits a spot and then okay, take an entry, right? Like that's kind of reverse. So yeah, I think we're okay. I mean, I saw that in good, and then if we want to start analyzing candle formations, we have a good engulfing, okay? And engulf, it took out this. I wouldn't say that's much of a trend line because for me, trend lines need to have a good down. Like it needs to have a good down. Then you have a spot to anchor your trend, and that's not worth the shit. So that's not a very good trend line. And what I mean by that is see how this is like a good reject, like a good push off, then you could use that point as a trend line or this point as a trend line because that's giving you the actual thing. You don't want to use a super narrow trend line like this. And so technically we don't have a trend line break on the sell yet, but it's all good. We do have an internal structure and an engulfing candle that broke. So I think we're okay on this. We should at least get a push down maybe into this area where you're more than enough to protect. And even if you take TP at the 21, at 23.6, you're looking at 100 pips. Which was the only reason why I lost that trade on the broker last week is because this is ridiculous of me. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was distracted. and I don't know why it's not showing up on my screen. But I was in like 130, 140 pips or some shit, and then I didn't protect because I was doing something, and it came back in and took me out. So that's the only reason why I took that L and that gold. I should have had that. Should have been a W. So that funded account should be up, 2% at least. But it is what it is. I ain't mad about it. So when we have a RSI that's starting to dip down, it's just starting to find a little bit here. So it's no big deal. As you know, the lower it goes, then it has room to come back up, right? So the fact that it got this low, it gives it room to come back up. I mean, we could have taken a better sniper entry if we were paying more attention, but it's all good. I mean, I'm in a little bit of drawdown now, as a matter of fact. We saw it a little bit late, but it's okay. It's all good. I mean, we're in the ballpark. We're in the ballpark. I like to catch better entries than that, to be honest with you. And if we look at let's look at the 30-minute. The 30-minute has just closed, right? And so look at that engulfing 30-minute candle with a good wick. I mean, so I like that as well. I like that candle. So 16 people. What up, 16 people? We took a gold sell a few minutes ago. I'll admit I was a little bit distracted, maybe a little bit of brain fog. I didn't catch a super sniper entry. I was using my fib from the top up here. Right? I was using my fib from up here originally, and I was seeing that it was a 61.8 rejection. And then I was like, yo, maybe we should move the fib to here. And when we move the fib to there, now we have the 78.6 rejection. So when you stack your fibs, you see that the 61.8 and it's a 70.8, 78.6. So there's two confluences off the bat, right? And on the 30-minute, we have overbought on the RSI. On the smaller time frames, we now have divergent, right? As the price is going up, we have divergent. So we have some, if we're starting to count here, we have two fibs. There's two. We have overbought on the RSI and the 30. That's 3. Divergent on the smaller time frame. That's 4. So we're looking at four different confluences. When you start stacking the 5, 6 confluences, that's when you start really hitting bangers. Is this Elliott wave complete? One. It's kind of like a shitty Elliott wave in there, so it's not really super clean. How's NASDAQ? Are we getting a push on NAS? Not yet. So maybe it just finds this trend line and rejects. So I mean, if you're one of those trend line people, I mean that could be a sell right now, because look at the 30-minute. It's overbought on the 30. You do have a trend line rejection, and if we draw a fib from there to there, I'm sure that's 88.6. It's in that area, right? Look, it's right on. Okay, guys, we might take a fucking sell right here. 88.6 trend line reject. 5-minute. Oh, okay. Let's sell NAS. I'm selling NAS. NASDAQ again. I'm not going to enter the super duper full. You know what? Yeah, I am. Fuck it. So I'm entering a full position for this account. There it is. There's my stop loss. I'll come back and fuck with a TP later. Let's go to the funded account. Let's go to NAS. I think a half a lot would be the right size on this, if I'm not mistaken. Is this thing fucking locked up? Okay, here we go. So on the closed positions, I was taking NAS trades at a 0.4, so we're going to up that up to a 0.5 for this one. 0.5, sell. Okay, so we're selling NAS now. Our stop loss, let's figure out what our stop loss needs to be. Okay, let's come to the 30. Reset. Okay, so I'm taking this trade right here. And our stop loss needs to be right in this area, which is 18,131. 18,131. So then we can come into our open positions on our funded broker. It's acting a little slow, just I'm guessing because it's a web-based account. And wait, do I have 2 open positions? I have 3 open. Why would I have 3 on NAS? Okay, so let's close this one. Let's close this one. Close those two. We don't need those two. And NAS is here. Stop loss is, what did I say? 18,131, I think is what I said. Okay, we're not fucking risking $3. What the fuck? So again, that probably needs to be a 0.5 trading view. My brain is just not fucking working. 13,131. Okay, so then back to here. Save that. Let's make this a 0.5. So if you open this up and go to new order, you can now do 0.5. You can do stop loss right here, 18,131, which is $36. So I can up that. Let's make that like, let's just make it a full lot, 1.0, right? So we'll do that, and now we'll sell. There we go. And this 0.5 that's down here, which is here, we can get rid of that. So now we're in for a lot. There we go. We're in for a lot. We have our stop loss set. And what does our TP need to be? Let's just TP at this extension right here. 17,771. So we'll come here and TP. 17,771. That'll be 200. So it's almost a 3%. We'll save that. And there we go. We're in 30 cells. We're in a slight drawdown on the Goldie. No big deal. And now we are in NASDAQ cells as well. We can close this and we can now monitor these trades. Let's let's just delete some of this shit in here. I like using the paintbrush tool, but on the other hand, I don't like it because it's a pain in the ass to delete and whatnot. Okay, so we're in a cell here. All right, that is, it's not the best cell, put it this way. It's not really my bread and butter because I like to see liquidity getting taken. And, well, liquidity is right here, guys. And so, but we are playing the trend line rejection. We are playing the oversold on the overbought on the RSI. It's just not the best. Look at this liquidity right here, right? So I'd rather take this one, but sometimes you got to take some of these other trades. All right. So we were patient. We waited for the price to come up. 88.6, favorite level for NASDAQ, and overbought. And we have divergent. So we are good to go. So there it is. Let's look at Goldie. And we had a good push. Candle up. Now let's see if we can get the rest of the push down. Market's opening in 20 minutes. So perhaps this is just the fuck around before the market opens. I took NAS cells, the 88.6. There we go on my gold cells. So we'll see. Oh, same with the SPX. Yeah, I don't really mess with the S&P too much. I've got enough going on with these three. But by all means, then you can look. I think maybe I could add SPX on here. I usually only look at these two side by side, but this is getting into the smart money concepts where you look at, which one, is it trending in a certain direction? This one's going to pull this one, blah, blah, blah. I don't really trade smart money concepts and divergent on pairs of that. It's just too much shit to process at one time. But, actually, that's not a bad trade. But again, if I just look at this off the top, I wouldn't, that's not the best trade. Because I see this as liquidity. The best trade's sitting right here. Right here in this area somewhere. So it is what it is. And if you look at the trend line, you don't have a trend line rejection. So I don't think this is clean. I don't think it's as clean as the NASDAQ. I really pulled the trigger on the NASDAQ because I saw the trend line there. The trend line, as you can see, there, it could be rejecting the trend line. And so that gave me that extra little confluence. And so I'm willing to take it. And again, we don't have a large stop loss because we're playing the 88.6. So our stop loss is kind of small. So I'm not worried about, over leveraging and losing too many pips. So if this doesn't hold, If this doesn't hold, then this is going to get broken, this liquidity here, in which case I'll just pop the other entry right up here when it gets up here. So, I might take that first L, but I'm going to be just re-entering and then making it back up on the second one. So I'm willing to take that, risk. And I like to see this gold candle, this 30 minute candle coming down, which is good for us on gold. So there it goes. Let's see that gold candle melt away and finish bearish would be nice. So we caught 2 entries today, which is good. They're not the cleanest entries. They're not the best entries. These are not the prime time entries like we caught on US30 last week. So as you guys know, we caught that sell on US30 right here. That's a prime time entry. All your confluences met up on the higher time frames on that one, and that's the one that we're holding. And again, I'm still in it. I'm still in that trade. So as of right now, we're up 400 pips. We were up 600 pips. So this trade today it might not be a 600 pip one because it's not as clean, and it's on the higher time frames it's not there. The US30 trade on the higher time frames is there, right? So this one we're not playing that. Therefore, our TPs might not be as high. We're definitely playing more risky situations. So really, the TP right here is going to be 300 pips. On Goldie, if we can continue this, one. That's 1, 2, 3. It's kind of giving us a fourth. I kind of don't like it. I kind of don't like it when it touches this many times. Look at that. So there's a 1 touch, 2 touch. This is the 3rd touch. So I'm cool with the 3rd touch. I don't really like the 4th touch. So I'm okay with this 1, 2, and the rejection of the 3rd. But I don't want to see more than that. But what I was going to say was on the 30 minute, if we're looking for TPs here, we're in, we got in a little bit late, but, let's say we're in this area. We're at 200 pips on this one. So again, it's not like we're catching the super big moves. But again, when we catch, if we can catch this buy down here, then we're looking for stupid fucking chart. Come on. If we can catch this buy, that's the one we're looking for the pips. And so hopefully we catch that big boy. That's the one we're really waiting on. That 500, 600 pip move there. So let's see if we can get this fucker to reject. Come on, baby. We got 15 minutes till market. Hey, guys, I haven't had any. Maybe that's the problem. I have no coffee today. I'm going to go make a cup of coffee real quick. I'll put it on the split screen. Actually, let's do split screen Goldie. All right, so those are the 2 trades we're in. All right, here. Let's get it all nice and pretty so we can sit here and just watch these. I think the gold looks better because of that engulfing. Look at that 30-minute candle on this one here. Gonna figure if that closes bullish, I'll be super stoked. And if we, on this time frame, look, we have kissing candles here, kissing candles here, kissing candles here. I mean, we have a fair value gap down here. So let's just, while I'm looking at this, let's just delete this too. Come on, Goldie. Let's go, baby. Look at this fair value gap we got sitting right here. Right? So, I mean, hopefully we can at least catch this and protect there. I mean, that'll give us 100 pips. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make some coffee. Ay, ay, ay. Daniel Gorman. Oh, shit. Daniel Gorman. Okay, 14 people. Thank you all very much. Jason and Mark, Mr. Blake, and Nico and Wayne. Thank you guys. Fire Punch One. Thank DC. Thank you guys for being here. It looks like we're doing okay on the gold, but the NASDAQ is not playing with us quite as nicely. I've got some emails coming in. I think I've got to fly to Denver in a few hours. I better pack my bags, I guess. What's going on here? Okay, so we've got some time there. Yep, I guess I'm flying to Denver in a few hours. Okay. Okay. So, probably no live trading tomorrow morning as I'll be headed to Denver. Well, actually, I'll be in Denver tomorrow morning, it looks like. Alrighty. Come on, NASDAQ. What the? Let's go back to the big screen, NASDAQ. What do we got going on here, guys? Let's look at the 15. So 15. Okay, there's one touch. That's just too far away. Like when you see divergent like this, and then you see all these candles in the meantime, like I don't like that. But I mean, technically, you are not divergent. Excuse me, because this is lower than that. It's getting higher. So we need to look at this area right here. So in that area, we are starting to lose a little bit of steam. We are losing some steam, and the price is getting a little bit higher as it's finding this trend line as resistance. So what we need, guys, is a good market open 10-minute. Let's get a good candle closing below. If this doesn't, guys, if this pushes off, then you have the choice of either closing early and not taking the full L, or grabbing your balls and just holding on, That's up to you guys. 12 people. Thank you guys for hanging in here. We've had 41 tops. I know that we got a little slow because I had to go make a cup of coffee, and it's brewing now. So it is what it is. But we caught 2 entries, guys. So for the people in here, we have caught 2 entries. Our Goldie entry is looking good. Hell yeah. Let's go, dude. What's the Goldie entry looking like right now? Sorry, this funded trader is web-based. So when I'm live streaming on YouTube, as you can imagine, my internet bandwidth is getting sucked up from that. And I also have my wife in the back room over there. Not to say back room, it's her office. And she's on Zoom doing a meeting with God knows how many people right now. So the internet bandwidth is being sucked up. This is not even pulling up because of that. It's all good. And I have my broker open. The fucking, yeah. So, yeah, I'm in profit on both on gold. Let's fucking go, Goldie. Oh, yeah. So we're looking good on Goldie. Looking good on Goldie. The only thing I'm negative in is NAS, and I'm negative by $1 in NAS. So I'm not even tripping on that. So NAS is basically at break even. And we're up on everything else. Let's fucking go. Okay, so I think we're good on Goldie. I'm not going to protect. I'm not going to do anything just yet. Right? So we caught that gold entry. I mean, if you are a super cautious trader, I mean, perhaps you could protect. I mean, I'm not going to. Obviously, it's not in enough profit for me. But if you're one of those guys who are just like can't afford to take another L, protect. You have a free trade. I'm not. I mean, there's a first push down. There's a second push down. NAS is dropping. Really? Let's fucking go. Really? Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can catch this. Come on, guys. The power of positive thinking. I need everyone in their mind to say sell, 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 sell. Right? Oh, let me text my wife. She's in a meeting. Text her telling I'm flying to Denver in fucking 4 hours. I've actually got to go to the city of Houston, too, for a couple hours. Maybe I could skip Houston Yeah, I'm gonna skip Houston. I got to run down to the city of Houston this afternoon, but I'm gonna skip that. Okay, sorry, multitasking here. Multitasking. How is Goldie looking? Goldie dropping? Hey, hey! We caught us a Goldie, boys. Live. You seen it right here. You know, I know it's not the most exciting fucking YouTube live in the world because my voice is fucked and I can't hear right. My sinuses are jacked. But that was a fucking injury. Let's look at it on the 15-minute real quick. All right. So what do we do, guys? Let's just break this down. How we did that. We had the 78.6, which I told you guys. Gold loves this. That's its fib. Gold loves the 78.6. Okay. On a little bit higher up, we can stack these fibs. So we stack the fib. All right. There's a 61.8. 61.8 caught gold. Yeah. 61.8 and the 78.6 are there. Then we also see in the 30-minute, we have overbought on the RSI. Okay. Okay. Right. That's 3. We have overbought on the 15, obviously. And then on the 5-minute and the 3-minute, we have divergence. So I mean, we're looking at confluences, stacking fibs, and as many confluences as we can get. We also have a trend line, right? Add that to the mix. So we're catching that. We're catching that trade right now. Manage that trade how you guys want. All right. So I tell people when it comes to the theory of breaking even, when should I break even? When should I take profit? Blah, 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 blah. Look, I mean, this is a fair value gap. So, I mean, if you're going to take an early profit and you're going to start scalping some profit off, we caught it right here in this area. Me, start to think that maybe there's going to be buyers sitting in this area, right? Or look at this. Where's the fib on the flip side? Here to here, right? Perhaps there's buyers sitting right above this order block. This is the order block, okay? So perhaps we need to start shaving some profit off right above that order block, like right in this. Okay, now look at this. Look at these two candles. Okay, this is where the art of just analyzing candles and looking at that stuff comes into play. I see this order block there, but then look at these two candles right here. See how these are all tops? These are all tops right here. And then we have this bottom of that candle right there. All right. So if I was to take a TP1, look at this right there. Look at that right there. That's a little level. That's a candle body, a candle. Let's take TP1 right there at 2149. 0.224. So 21. Let's do 2150. That's a cycle. See, here we go. Now that's a psychological level. 2150. See how you start to build these little things, right? So when it gets to 2150, let's take our TP1. Let's see what these fools are texting me about. So I'll have to do this calls when I'm off the. Okay, we got 3 minutes. Let me go grab my coffee. Here we go. NASDAQ is being stubborn. We got 2 minutes on NASDAQ. Let's go to the split screen. So at least we caught one entry today, and we caught some profits. So if all else fails and we lose the NASDAQ trade, we'll hedge that with the gold trade, right? So it is what it is. I'm going to bring this first TP to 2150, like I just said. So at 2150.11, I'm taking TP1, and I took 2 entries on gold. I'll let that second one go as my runner. And I'm in profit now on NASDAQ, but it's basically at break even. All right, let's go to, I don't know if this is even going to pull up. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we see now on the NASDAQ is a little bit of profit. The gold is in profit, and our runner on US30 is still in profit. So we're good to go on those. So what just happened now? If I click this, it changes. So if I click down here on my open trades, it's automatically going to change the chart. And I thought there was a way I could get rid of this. I don't care about the news. Anyways, this is the new funded. This is my funded account. Again, I only did a $10,000 because this is a brand new platform. I'm not going to fucking drop a $100,000 or $200,000 funded challenge on the brand new platform. I want to test it out. So we're doing a 10K. We are up. You can see the trades we're in now. And fucking NASDAQ, dude. Is it going to push, dude, on this news, on market open? So here's market open. If it's going to push, it's going to do it now. What's it doing here? Let me go back to my OBS so I can see if you guys are chatting. You guys are not chatting. 15 people in here. What up? So 15 people. If you guys are just joining in, or for the new person who did just join in, we took the sell here, and we're in a NASDAQ sell, basically at break even right now. And there's 1 touch, there's 2 touch, there's 3 touch. That's my 3rd touch. And you guys, I like the 3rd touch, right? So 1, 2, 3. Perhaps it's giving us a 4th now. How did that 30-minute candle look? 30-minute candle closed bullish. I mean, basically break even. It wasn't really, technically it was bullish, but it was at the same height as the other candle. You see the tops are the same. So that's okay. I'm not stressed over that. And it's pushing. Uh-oh, I hear a baby. Is that baby? And here goes Goldie pushing up back to our entry. So look, guys, we've caught the trades. We have stop losses set. There's really nothing else for us to do now except for get out of the trades, right? So let's have a plan for that real quick before I take off. Well, we might just get out of the trade right now on NASDAQ because we might hit stop loss. Again, we said this wasn't the best trade of the world because we're entering at liquidity, which we don't like doing. But I was willing to play this trend line rejection. So if this does break, which it looks like it might, yeah. So I'm not going to close the trade though, guys, because we're still in the wick fill area. So even though this might not have rejected now, it could reject now because we're in the wick fill area. In the 30-minute, we are overbought. So where are we out of the 1 hour? So I'm not stressed. This is why we have a stop loss. This is why we manage our trades beforehand. We don't over leverage, right? So if it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss. It is what it is. I'm not gonna get out super early, but I'm also not moving my stop loss. I'm not if it hits, I'm not fucking moving my stop loss up higher because there's another trade there. No. If it hits, let it hit. Walk away. 30. I'm not worried about 30. Goldie, come back a little bit, but we're still in a good trade there. So for again, Goldie, the TP1 is 2150. Good cycle level. Let the rest run. That's how we're gonna get out of that. NASDAQ is break even, or maybe we take the TP1 right here at the 236. Which would be 17,869, and we start to shave some profit off there because that is a fat order block. Look at all that consolidation right in there. So we'll need to probably take TP right before it hits that order block and then let the rest go. Okay, so we caught 2 entries. We're in good gold. We are in a bit of drawdown on NASDAQ, but we're not fretting because we still have a lot of time, and it could reject these tops right here. So, all right, guys, we're going to call it for a day. Thank you all 6 people for coming by, Jason and Wayne and Markwin, and all the rest of you guys. DC was in here earlier. Nico, what up? Chris, if you're still in here. Mr. Portlock, all you guys, thank you all for coming by. And we'll hope we catch these trades. Y'all have a good one. If y'all need anything, again, this is just for training, not financial advice. If y'all have any questions, please put it in the comment. Please like, please subscribe. If y'all did hit any of these trades and you do make any money, put that shit in the comments. And if you're in Telegram, put that shit in the telly. If you're in Discord, put that shit in the Discord. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Good day.